Hello, hello. Hey, John, I see Nicole. I see a Bean. I see an Andrea. Ah, yes. I need to let everybody know. All right. So, quick warning. We have construction, road work going on right outside the front door. So the dogs are going to be going batshit more often than usual today. Haha, my glasses are clean. How about that? Fell asleep on the table, had a nice little nap. It was great. I went in snuffly and stuffed up and sniffly, and she put some pit needles in my face, and I can breathe again. It is so nice. Oh, I'm so sorry, Bean. I hate that. Friend breakups suck. All right, take my sip and we'll get going. Oh, hey, James. All right. I'm glad you got a nap, Nicole. You're not going to dox your son, but... Oh. Yay, I will be looking at that this afternoon. Hey, Chloe. All right. Okay. Scoot that. Oh, which pair of earrings? Where did I put the ones I wanted to wear? You know, if these earrings were snakes, they'd have bit me. All right. I'm loving these. I'm so proud of them. All right. I'm so happy for you, John. There we go, clunk. All right. More self-love is my sweatshirt today. Figured it was appropriate. My hair is really wild, but you know what? We'll live with it. All right. Let's do our digital housekeeping here. All right. Now, we are going to please protect the energy you bring into this space by minding the energy you bring into this space, and you will be respectful in my chat. If you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding you with the ban hammer.
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right. All right, you guys. Sip of coffee, and we'll get going. Okay. Awareness ripples through today's reading like a winding stream, calling out overgiving, blurred boundaries, and the cost of settling. Clarity replaces avoidance, old patterns loosen, and choice returns. This is about self-knowledge, liberation, and finally choosing what truly nourishes you. I always forget to unmute. Namaste, my witchlings. Welcome, 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 one and all to Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, and we take just a moment to honor the day, listen to the cards, and tend to ourselves along the way. Whether you are returning or joining us here for the very first time, I am so very glad you are here. Hey, hi, hello, and welcome. I am Di the Yoga Witch, and your guide on this. My brain just glitched. I am Di, your yoga witch and guide, and this is your daily pause for reflection, insight, and care. So go grab your favorite crystal. I am playing with rose quartz today. I need the love. Grab your favorite crystal, light a candle or some incense for that aromatherapy. Settle in with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug, and let's step into today's wisdom and self-care together. Now, if this space resonates, don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps our Witchling community continue to grow. And speaking of growing this community, you can now join our channel as a Witchling member. Yay! Your membership helps me keep creating all of this magic, and it lets us stay connected in deeper, more meaningful ways. So, if you feel called to support our channel and you can afford it, maybe you would like to step just a smidge bit closer into the coven, go ahead and tap that join button and come on in. No birthdays today. Sad face. Good night, Bean. Hey, Mimi. Hey! Di Tommaso from Scotland. Hello, hello. That needs to be cleaned up a little bit. There we go. Dump. Haha. Oh, and we have a Joram. Yep. Oh, yeah, James is from Scotland as well. I don't know if James is still in here. He may have meandered off. All right. All right, my lovelies, it is time to get started. Wow. All right. As I light our flame today, may it shine as a beacon of light and hope for those finding their way through the darkness that is our world. With the lighting of... Oh, wait. We hold this candle and this light in remembrance and solidarity with survivors and victims of all types of violence, for our witchlings and their loved ones who are facing difficult moments, and we are keeping all of them within our circle with us. With the lighting of our candle, our circle is now closed, and we invite the ancestors to be with us on our adventures today. Thank you, Robro. Much appreciated. More coffee. He's getting comfy behind me. All right, everybody. Let's take a look at what holidays and observances we're having today. All right. We got some interesting ones. I say that every day, but we do. So, we start with Get Out Your Guitar Day. This day isn't about virtuosity or perfectly calloused fingers. It's about resonance. A guitar is basically a box of air and wood waiting to vibrate with you. Play badly. Play loudly. Play one chord on repeat like it's a mantra. Music is one of humanity's oldest nervous system regulators, long before we even had words like dopamine. Even a few strums remind the body, I am here, I am breathing, I can make something sing. Next, we have International Day of Women and Girls in Science. Science thrives on curiosity, persistence, and the audacity to ask why. Traits women and girls have always had in abundance, even when the doors were bolted shut. This day isn't just celebratory, it's a corrective. It reminds us that discovery gets better when more minds are invited to the lab bench. Supporting women in science isn't charity. Fuck no. It's quality control for the future. Progress likes diversity. It keeps the equations honest. National Make a Friend Day. Friendship is one of the most underestimated survival skills we have. Not networking, not alliances, actual laugh snort, I can text you this at 2 a.m. friendship. Making a friend as an adult is oddly brave. It requires vulnerability without a syllabus. Today is a nudge to say hi first, comment genuinely, invite someone into your orbit. Connection is built in small, awkward, courageous moments. And then last but not least, on the theme of making friends, it is National Shut-In Visitation Day. This one is quiet, powerful, and deeply human. Being shut in doesn't mean limited mobility. It often means limited visibility. A call, a card, a doorstep visit, or even a thoughtful message says, you still matter to the web of the world. Care doesn't have to be dramatic to be transformative. Showing up gently and consistently is a radical act in a culture obsessed with speed. Those are our holidays, my witchlings. How are you going to weave them into your magic today? Let me know. Yeah, I know how that goes, Mimi. Man, so I lied when I said there's no birthdays today. Tomorrow is actually my former best friend's birthday, and she was that 2 a.m. Oh my God, I'm an evil person, text person. So it's kind of weird. Hey, Baxter, thank you. They came from Zenny. That is one of the things I love about the internet, though. Even those of us who have been shut-ins for most of our lives, Rose is saying, been a shut-in for most of her life. The internet at least gives us some way to interact with others. Hey, Baxter, what part of England? We have a few Londoners here. Paolo? Okay, cool. Yep. I have wings. Hey, Sergeant. Oh, lucky you. Do I? All right, everybody. Anyway, I'm losing my mind. Okay, witchlings, it is time for us to honor our goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on our journey. Today's goddess, Nanto Suelta. Nanto Suelta moves through the world as health made fluid and abundance carried gently in her hands. Her Gaulish name means of the winding stream, and that image says almost everything. She is the cool, clear water you turn toward when body, mind, or spirit feels overheated, depleted, or even worn thin. Artists often show her with a cornucopia, a reminder that healing and providence are not scarce resources, but living currents that refill themselves when tended with care. Today invites a simple act of attunement. Ask yourself what you need most right now. If you're calling in love, comfort, or emotional warmth, drink a glass of spring water at room temperature or slightly warm, letting Nanto Suelta's presence settle into you like kindness. If clarity or calm is what you're after, drink that water cold and imagine your thoughts smoothing out, becoming clear and steady as a stream finding its course. There's a quiet historical echo to this work. In 1858, a young girl reported a vision of Mary near a grotto. In 1858, a young girl reported a vision of Mary near a grotto in Lourdes, France, an area long associated with ancient goddess worship. Afterward, the water there became known for miraculous healing, reinforcing the idea that the goddess never truly loved. She simply changes names and stories. While most of us won't journey to Lourdes, we can create a sacred water at home, run a warm bath, add a few bay leaves, a handful of mint, and a pinch of thyme, and soak while visualizing illness or imbalance dissolving away. When you pull the drain, let that unwanted energy flow out with the water, trusting the stream to carry it where it no longer belongs. Carry it away from where it no longer belongs. There we go. And that, my lovelies, is our goddess today. Oh, chocolate. Oh, chocolate sounds good. Yeah, I'm not caffeinated enough. And apparently autocorrupt is wreaking havoc with poor Mimi. Big surprise. Internet is great when it works properly, right? Right. Okay. Not meaning to rush, but I want to get all of our stuff done so we can get to the chit chat. I'm in the mood to socialize. All right, you guys. 1, 2, 3. Let's see what the Oracle is telling us today. We start with unlocked potentials. Next, second option. And last but not least, accept for all it is worth. Those are our cards. Now let's put them all together and see what they have to tell us. All right. Now that you've uncovered unlocked potentials, I'm left sitting in the uncomfortable space of being your second option. The message I'm hearing now isn't about growth or clarity, but about being asked to accept for all it is worth, to swallow the situation whole and label it gratitude. This framing asks me to minimize my disappointment, to treat resignation as wisdom, and to confuse endurance with appreciation. Gratitude, though, isn't born from feeling sidelined, and acceptance should not require me to silence what hurts. This moment isn't about refusing thankfulness. It's about recognizing when being told to be grateful is a way of avoiding accountability or even deeper honesty. Those are our oracles today, my lovelies. Let me know what you think. And now, what do the unicorns have to tell us? Stagnation gives way to truth as long-avoided choices finally come into I'm about to give up talking. Trying this again. Stagnation gives way to truth as long-avoided choices finally come into focus. Old habits loosen their grip, clarity replaces denial, and real change becomes possible. What felt heavy starts to lift, proof that growth begins when you stop settling and start choosing differently. So, how do we get there? Well, our first card is the Three of Pentacles reversed. Boredom with your work situation and a need for change. Next, we have the Two of Swords reversed. Differences will be resolved, harmony restored, and you will learn to give and take. Last but not least, the Devil reversed. You are better able to conquer any weaknesses, even drinking, smoking, gambling, or drug abuse. Light is at the end of the tunnel now as the spiritual unicorn gathers the strength to bring you out of this stagnation period. So those are our cards. Let's see what putting them together says. The Three of Pentacles reversed points to a growing restlessness with work or shared efforts, a sense that collaboration has gone stale or that your skills aren't being fully used. It signals the need to reassess what you're building and whether it still feels meaningful. The Two of Swords reversed brings movement after stagnation, showing that avoidance is ending and difficult differences can finally be addressed. Through honest conversation and clarity, balance and harmony have a real chance to return. The Devil reversed speaks to liberation, breaking free from habits, patterns, or dependencies that once held power over you, whether that shows up as drinking, smoking, gambling, substance abuse, or any other form of self-sabotage. Together, these cards describe a turning point. Dissatisfaction sparks change, truth replaces denial, and reclaiming control opens a clear path forward. The struggle isn't endless. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and it's growing closer. That, my friends, is our tarot reading. And now, let's bring the Oracle and Tarot together into one clear message, my Witchlings, a single solitary stream of guidance flowing through each and every card. All right, let me know what resonates here. Our reading opens with unlocked potentials, a moment of realization where new possibilities come into view, but instead of excitement, it's followed by the sting of second option. That awareness reframes everything, asking whether growth is being honored or quietly sidelined. The push to accept for all it is worth tries to smooth over discomfort, but it lands as resignation rather than peace. Here, the Three of Pentacles reversed mirrors that dissatisfaction, showing work, effort, or collaboration that no longer feels aligned or appreciated. The Two of Swords reversed then cuts through avoidance, forcing truths into the open so decisions can finally be made instead of postponed. Finally, the Devil reversed brings release, breaking free from unhealthy patterns, dependencies, or dynamics that thrived on silence and self-denial. Together, these six energies tell a single story. Awareness disrupts complacency, honesty replaces endurance, and liberation begins when you refuse to mistake gratitude for settling. This is a turning point, and the path forward is clearer than it's been in a very long time. And that, my witches, is our combined reading. All right, and now our affirmation. I honor my growth and refuse to settle for less than honesty, respect, and alignment. I choose clarity over avoidance, freedom over old patterns, and gratitude that does not require self-erasure. I am allowed to change, to want more, and to walk toward what truly meets me. That, my lovelies, is our affirmation. Here we go. And my witchlings, it is time to step into theyogawitch.shop, where magic meets movement and everyday rituals get an upgrade. Browse my handmade, intention-infused jewelry, and then snuggle up with the Yoga Witch mugs, yoga mats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, dog hoodies, and so freaking much more. Treat yourself, bless a friend, maybe even your familiar, and bring just a little bit of witchy sparkle into your daily life. Once again, that is theyogawitch.shop. And if you are enjoying this podcast and would like to step just a smidge bit deeper into the coven, consider clicking on that join button and becoming a member of our channel. There are some amazing perks for all of my witchlings, and, well, there are levels starting at just a single solitary $1 a month. How affordable is that? Now, a quick reminder, you can also help our channel here out for free by subscribing to this channel, sharing the video with a friend, do the whole like, share, subscribe thing, ring the bell, blah, blah. Y'all know the drill. I appreciate you guys so very much. Thank you for your support, and thank you so much for tuning in today. All right, back to the show. We have an Aaron. Hey, Aaron. Oh, hey, Gabriella. Hello, Danny. Hi, Skylar. Oh, everybody has an aura. Okay, so your aura is essentially just your essence and your energy. That most people's aura extends 6 to 12 inches out from their body. And it for those who can see it, it can tell your energy, where you have blockages. It tells all kinds of things. Not my particular wheelhouse, but I see an Aaron. Aaron is good. Yes. Thank you, Aaron. That's actually a very accurate explanation of it. Most of us try to surround ourselves with good energy because it makes us feel better. You're on the right track, Skylar. You're doing good. Hey, Pepe. I see Pepe. All right. Oop. I like that screen name. Hello, Danny. I said that one a minute ago. Oh, hee hee. I know. It's great. How do you find purpose or friends? I devoted to different goddesses. Well. Okay. Hold on, Skylar. Let me address what Gabriel said. Gabriel says, Gabriella. How do you find purpose or friends? I devoted to different goddesses. I have kind of always known that I was here to help people and to heal people. I didn't really fully figure out how I was supposed to do that until I was 45. And I finally got my yoga teacher certification, but I have known that I wanted to do that for about 20 years. And as for finding friends, good luck. I have actually managed to find friends by joining some local groups on Facebook that are for basically making friends. It's kind of fun. And the group I joined has multiple subgroups basically for different interests, like ADHD people, neurospicy people, pagans, women in business, etc. So that is one way. Another way is the old-fashioned way of actually getting out there and doing stuff, just following your interests and meeting people there. Yep. Yes, YouTube Automod does block certain words. Now, what is an affirmation? Let me look up the actual definition and then I will put it into, regular people English. Affirmation. Fluff must be the one. Okay, so. Okay, the action or process of affirming or something or being affirmed or emotional support or encouragement. Basically, an affirmation is an affirmation. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements repeated regularly to challenge negative thoughts, boost self-esteem, and encourage desired behavioral changes. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 affirmation cards sitting on my desk currently. And what in the world? Anyways, I keep affirmation cards around because my self-esteem has sucked since early childhood. And these, just the reminders, my life sparkles with joy and I can tune into this happiness whenever I want to. Or just a simple one like I matter. They help rebuild your self-esteem by, as the definition said, challenging negative thoughts. So that's just something to think about. Oh, yeah, Justin will be back. Yeah, that's okay. He popped in. I'll say hi to him later. I'll message him later. Apparently one of my friends popped in on Insta. Haven't seen him in a while. All right. Yes. Oh, he just pops in. They'll pop in, see what we're doing, and then decide, nope, not up to watching it today. But that's okay, because I don't expect anybody to sit and watch this. Do I appreciate it? Yes. Do I very much appreciate it when my real life friends? Yes. Yes, I watched the Super Bowl. It was good. Oh, I hear you, Gabriella. Sometimes it takes finding a different therapist. You enjoy it. I'm not repeating that one for anybody watching later. Use you as a human piñata. Or a punching bag. I love you, girl. Oops. Okay. Yes, they did. We will talk about that once we get into the Chillin' with the Witchlings part. Oh, you didn't, Gabriella. You're good. You're good. You're good. You're not a problem, honey. No, I'm getting distracted and I'm kind of frustrated. I am all out of whack today. I'm not going to use the word I was going to. Thanks, Cheeto. I'm off kilter today, so please, you're not a problem. Yes, that was exactly the word I was thinking. Fucker. I've been in therapy for 30 years-ish. So, hey, far be it from me to tell anybody they shouldn't be, or that it's bad, or any of that. All right, my lovelies. It is time for the Sanskrit bit. Yay! I love this part. So, this week's Sanskrit is Atmanam Vidi, know thyself. The body is often the first place self-knowledge shows up. Before words, before stories. Atmanam Vidi begins with listening right here. That's our Sanskrit for today. Mousy, mousy. All right. Now, my lovelies, we get to move on and see what our self-care cards say, starting with Namaste. All right, today's Namaste card is Back to Basics. The best things in life are free. When the world becomes too overwhelming, leave it all behind. Get back to basics and escape within yourself. Pretend nothing else exists except you. What part of your body feels the safest and calmest? Center yourself there now. Let everything else fall away. Remain in this state for 8 minutes. Giving time to yourself instead of everything else allows you to recharge and reconnect with your energy and power. This will give you the gift of harmony. Namaste. All right. Self-compassion. Let's see how badly I can butcher my reading here. Self-compassion. Self-compassion breathing. As you breathe in and out, see if you can allow yourself to enjoy the sensations of breathing. Let it be a pleasant sensation and enjoy it as deeply as you can. Repeat for 5 breaths. That is our self-compassion. Yay! Oh, boom. And now, my lovelies, it's time for The little moment of Zen from the Little Book of Zen. All right. We have a quote from Dogen and a quote from Robert M. Pirsig, and I'm willing to bet it's from Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. So our first quote is from Dogen. If you cannot find the truth right where you are, where else do you expect to find it? And then Robert M. Pirsig. The only Zen you find on the tops of mountains is the Zen you bring up there. Yep. And that, my darlings, is our moment of Zen. All right. And now it's time for our blessing. May clarity settle. Here's today's blessing. May clarity settle gently in your chest and truth speak without fear. May what no longer honors your growth loosen its grip and fall away with ease. May you be guided toward spaces where your presence is chosen, not negotiated. You are worthy of alignment, freedom, and peace that does not ask you to disappear. Blessed be my witchlings, and namaste. All right. We are going to go ahead and open our circle. All right, here we go. It is time to wrap up our show for today. With the extinguishing of our candle, our circle is now open. We extend our eternal gratitude to the ancestors for joining us today. Now, before we go, I have a quick little reminder that this space exists solely because of our witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here yet, just shared magic, mutual care, and a whole lot of love. So do us all a favor, do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. Ring the bell so you know when we're here. Join the channel if you have the financial ability to do so, and please tell a friend about us. Oh, goodness. And now, my lovelies, it is time to go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There's already enough darkness and hate in this world. Let us choose to be steady lights of love and hope for those finding their way through it. Be sure to tell your loved ones in all their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, fur, scales, paws, or claws, that they matter to you. Time moves so much faster than any of us realize, and those last chances to say I love you are not guaranteed. And if you take one thing, and one thing only, away from everything we do here every day, please let it be that you always, always remember you are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose here is real, even if you haven't discovered it yet. As I said, I was 45 before I found mine. I love you guys all to bits. You are the absolute best part of my day. You are the reason I am still here. Namaste, my witchlings. Hey everybody, sorry about that. My Pots is not happy today. I am having a hellacious time with temperature regulation, so had to go change before I overheated and either passed out or puked on stream. Hey Valerie, good to see ya. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Fuzzy Butt is... Oh, no, he is snoozing in the sun. He's a happy kitty. Yep, he ain't paying no attention to Mom today. Oh, Mike, I totally understand that one. There is something weird in the air. Oh, did I put that in right side up? Yes, I did. Good. All right. I swear. Mother, you must be laying down so I can sleep on you. Yeah, I know how that one goes. Fuzzbutt does that to me occasionally. We have certain times that it is kitty cuddle mama time. And if I am not in position for that kitty cuddle time, I get yelled at. It's kind of cute sometimes. Or if he decides he wants to snuggle with me in the morning before I get out of bed, he will hop up on the bed. And if I am, if I am not laying in the proper position, he will yell at me. Yes, I did say hi to Mike, and I acknowledged he's feeling irritable. Swear there's something in the air. Yeah, the president, parents, yeah, oh God. A Pisces trying to hide their emotions. Good luck with that. That can be mentally draining in and of itself, honey. Damn it, now I got that stupid song in my head again. What's up, Aaron? It doesn't help also that we had the need for some cute winter boots in the next town over. So I am now very, very, very nervous for some people I very much care about here in the valley. Fucking terrifying. So yeah, there's that. There's the change of weather, which always does a number on my chronic issues. So here. No, I haven't yet. I want to. I gotta remember where it is. Oh. Yeah, he told me that. Yeah. Oh. I have seen orcas. I have seen dolphins too. Thank you, Valerie. That's what I thought. I have seen orcas while on the ferry between Kitsap County and Seattle. We've seen dolphins on the ferry. I want to say I have seen dolphins. I have seen dolphins, I think, down in San Diego, but I don't remember. I swear to God. Well, I've seen them at SeaWorld, but I think I've seen them in the wild. Skylar, it gets hotter than that. Was that here or there, babe? I hear you, Roro. I can imagine, Aaron. I know, they're being annoyingly. Valerie. Are you on Discord? Because if you go and pop into either the $1 a month here, or I'm not sure if it's not sure which tier off the top of my head you have to join at Buy Me a Coffee or Patreon, but the Discord server is part of those. And I am sure you can find someone in the Discord service. Okay, we're pretty sure Patreon is on the free tier, but whew. Good luck with that, Aaron. I'm glad you have a good therapist to work with. I'm still warm. Okay, that's it. The hair is going up. Oh no! Yeah, I know. All right, there we go. Hair is going up, out of the way. This is the only other thing I have not done. Yeah. Man, I wish I could connect you with my old trauma therapist. She was awesome. But, yeah, I know. We are trying to figure out what we're going to do in regards to that ourselves. Because I don't love it. I do not want them to have... Oh, they want our faces. That's my next option. Or opening my window and, and praying that I get slightly cooler air. I know. Yeah, we have gotten up to almost 120 degrees. Unfucking real. The poor dogs hate it. Thankfully, we can throw them out in the backyard to potty. We can toss them out in the backyard to go potty. They don't have to walk out on the road. Well, 2 of the 3. I am very nervous about poor Tookers. He's from Alaska, and our coldest days here during the winter are right around the warmest days he's used to up there. Oh. And mind you, that's Western Washington, not Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington gets hotter. We have reflective insulation type stuff. It's the stuff that we have under the flooring that we have tacked up to our windows. All right. It's not so much that they're actively killing their games and themselves. It's unfortunately, yeah, they don't want anonymous communications because, well, when it's a predominantly kids space, the kids and oftentimes parents don't think about the fact that there are going to be adults who are not kid friendly playing this stuff because they want the kids. And then you get the adults like someone I know and love very much deeply who plays the kid games because, well, he's just an overgrown kid. And it sucks for men like him because, he doesn't have kids of his own. And people assume that he's playing kid games because, he's a creep. He just wants access to kids, and I'm like, I know him. He's the good one. He would not hurt a child. Oh, hey, holy shit, I can see. What a thought. But yeah, I'm frazzled. My eldest had to, we had to block Roblox from being able to be accessed in our house because of my oldest. I'd have been livid. Yes, kids are not supposed to play adult games. And as an adult who likes some of the kid games, hell, I've been contemplating going back to Neopets recently because it's just so much fun. But yeah. See, Mike was playing Roblox pre-10 and was literally getting up in the middle of the night when nobody else was awake to go play it because he could not play it when anybody was around. We weren't allowing it. And when we discovered that he was getting up in the middle of the night to go play, we're like, yep, nope, not happening anymore, and it got blocked. Oh, that was an epic meltdown. This was before we knew he was autistic, and I'm thinking now it wasn't that he was addicted, but it became his special interest for a while. Yeah. That was pleasant. The joys of living with an autistic child. As an autistic parent. Yeah, we are. Do not get me started on the Kinsey scale and spectrum. That's been a rant of mine recently. Yep. It's very addictive. And yeah, I don't like it. Skylar says I started playing GTA 5 when I turned 17 because it wasn't a rated M game. You had good parents. I didn't mind my kids seeing violence. But I did try to avoid sexual themes with them. Violence, well, we're a military family. You should have heard some of the stories they heard over the dining room table. I think Roblox is good in different ways. Like I met one of my best friends because of it and met them IRL last year. That is cool. Roro, we will talk hopefully after podcast tonight. I feel for you. We'll just chit chat and catch up. Yep. I'm ex-Navy. My most recent ex-husband is ex-Navy. My dad is former Navy. My youngest of my three brothers was active duty until 10-ish years ago. Yeah. 10 years ago this summer. Holy cow. So, yeah. Hey, Simora. Moria. Okay. I knew Andrea was going to ask. I told myself I needed to look it up. Give me just a sec. I'm pretty sure. Oh, there it is. Two. Remembering who you are. Remembering who we are when the world forgets its damn mind. Racism, spectacle, and cultural bullshit. I have most of my script. I need to flesh it out a little bit more, but yes. The subject... Yeah. The theme of the week is... Let me fucking pull that up. I need to start announcing what our theme of the week is. You know... Alright. I got it. So, February, our theme of the month is love, wounds, and repair. And the second week of February, this week, self-love and inner safety, the relationship you never leave, self-abandonment versus self-trust, and somatic compassion. Next week is going to be interesting. Yes, my love. Where? Which weekly themes are you looking at? Where did you find it? Where? Uh-huh. Yeah, January. Yes. I am looking at, you're not, it doesn't show you looking at the same one I am looking at. But I am looking at the one I used for this week. Self-love and inner safety. Week 2. Right? Okay, that's what I just said. Love is a living practice. Okay, so I skipped a line. All right. So why do movies have an age rating? Okay. Beep, beep. Do I own Rage Create Badass Affirmations? No, I do not. I need to look those up then. I find strange how I could handle such strong themes in games and shows so young. Like I played Doki Doki Literature Club at 9 and was fine. Yep, dissociation. Why do movies have an age rating system? Okay, and the rating systems have changed since I was a kid with the introduction of PG-13. There are movies that I watched as a kid that were rated R that would be rated PG or PG-13 today. So, the reason movies have ratings is the censors, God only knows when, I cannot remember, decided that it was inappropriate for children under the age of 13 to see strong sexual content, strong violent content, and strong language or other adult themes such as smoking, consuming alcohol, or other drugs. Therefore, anything that has any of those themes is going to be PG-13 or higher, depending on what is in the movie. Such as most of the Marvel Cinematic Universe is PG-13 or PG. Deadpool and Wolverine was an R-rated movie because they dropped the F-bomb. And I think they're allowed one F-bomb. Or it's one F-bomb for a PG-13. But still. Anything rated PG and below is basically considered family friendly. Being exposed to a lot of violence as a young child can damage the psyche and cause serious psychological issues. Being exposed to strong sexual content is highly traumatic for children and can cause, again, damage to their mental well-being. Yeah. It's similar to why basically it's the same thing as being arrested for child abuse for doing the same things to or in front of your children. It can cause severe anxiety, PTSD. Yeah. Actually, for me, it was Piranha. I watched horror movies way too young because my brothers were teenagers and could watch that shit. I watched Piranha, Wolfen, and a couple of other interesting horror movies. After Piranha, I would not set foot in anything but a swimming pool or a bathtub for 2 summers. Hey, Zelensky, how are you doing today? Violence, Skylar. Violence. The Transformers are rated PG-13 because they were exceptionally violent. They showed blood. They showed people being injured. Violence is one of the major things that we try to avoid in children. I bet John. John says he's a happy geek. Hi, we do not discuss certain types of child abuse in this stream because the host is a survivor. We don't want to trigger me into switching into a 4-year-old child in the middle of a stream. Much less rage. I bet. Alright, dunk. Okay. Scream at 10. Not great, but not as bad. I am Seattle, Washington-ish. I'm in the U.S. Pacific Northwest. Eat a puppy. Yep. Oh, he is assed out. Oh, hi. I'm sorry. I did not mean to wake you up. Are you comfy? Yes. Oh. He wasn't quite right. Not awful, but he was, there was just not quite perfect there. I have a love-hate with B. Love the character. I love what they did with him, but he's not a fucking Camaro. Bumblebee is not a Camaro. Bumblebee is a fucking VW bug. Okay, I think all of the Disney movies were appropriate. Mostly. That's why they're kids' movies. And, well, yeah, and Disney watered the original stories down so much. I mean, in the Disney movie, Cinderella's stepsisters didn't chop half of their feet off to be able to fit them into the glass slippers. I can't remember what happens in Snow White. Something horrific happens to the evil witch queen. Da-da-da-da-da. Bum-bum. Yep. But no, although I do have to admit, the Disney movies were my introduction and the reason why I decided I was going to look more into the fairy tales, the Brothers Grimm and all of that. And then we take the Disney movies and then we turn and watch Grimm. Yeah. Well, see, Ironhide was a warrior. And so, yeah, it very possibly is PTSD. I mean, think about what they went through in the war on their planet. You're not, Mimi. You're fine. Have a good one, Nicole. Hugs and love. Oh, yeah, the original version of Sleeping Beauty is terrifying. All of the Grimm fairy tales are terrifying, though. So, yeah, they're grim. I wonder if that's part of where we get the word grim from for those types of stories. Oh, I'm going to look that up. You are so lucky I do not have line of sight on you. I would be throwing wadded up paper balls at you. That is actually kind of cool, Ro. I wonder if she was related to the brothers. I was laughing at the I hate the phrase instant karma because karma is never instant, but the instant karma. Interesting tidbit. Rose grandmother's maiden name being Grimm. Oh, that's right. You're the one who's Prussian. Why the hell did that? Automods are being a bitch. Damn. I don't disagree, Andrea. But so my dad enlisted in the Navy under the buddy program. He and his best friend went to enlist in the Navy together. His friend did not make it, couldn't pass the physical or something, but his best friend's name was Bertie Shakespeare. Yes, that Shakespeare. So I have always been entertained by that. We've got some interesting connections in our family. But yeah, if Cybertronians had to take pills like we do, they'd be as big as a small car. Well, would they be as big as a small car where the Cybertronians are basically the size of a car? I'm thinking they'd more be the size of a small toolbox, or like about that big. Yeah, about the size of a football. I love Optimus Prime because he's a great leader. I think why Megatron wanted to was because he wanted control of Unicron and Cybertron, but Optimus wouldn't allow that to happen. You're not wrong. Y'all, let's see what I'm... Automod's caught that too. What the fluff, people? It's not you guys. We're trying to figure out what the hell is going on with YouTube. I think you are accurate there, Skylar. He definitely wanted control of Omicron and Cybertron. And Prime wouldn't let him. I know. YouTube did something. Okay. Can I... It is, very much so. I don't know what the hell is going on with it. I am so freaking mad at myself. I need more beads. Because... Oh, I put them away. I have these really, really, really cool charms, pendants that I want to make necklaces out of. But, they're going to require either I get some chain or I get more beads, because they're moon phases and they have hoops or loops on each end to hang them from, and I'm trying to figure out how to make that one. I made some earrings, as you guys can see I'm wearing these. I made some really fun ones last night. It is state censorship, yes. No, I have not gotten to watch a whole lot of stuff. No, it's not state censorship, John. It feels like it, but this is AI being AI. Okay. Monty had a video about ice today. Alright, I'm going to show you guys a bunch of shit because I am proud of myself. I made some earrings. I think these are cool. I don't know what they're going to be named yet. Might have a pair of them up already. Rentamoon? Pentamoon. Rentamoon. Wow, die. These are really cool. So, to me, they look like the fucking Rebel Alliance. But that's because I'm a Star Wars fan. Aren't those kind of cool looking with the moon phase at the top and the leaves and then just some basic pentacles. I may add beads to these later. I gotta put backs on these. I have my cute tarot cards, 3 of Swords. These came out so cute. I love these. Yep, slave catchers. They are slave catchers. We don't use the G word because that is Holocaust specific, and this is not a Holocaust. I will have more about that later. But check out the kitties. Check out the kitties. I think those, let's see. Oh, and then I've got the Triketras. I've got grimoires, books of shadows. Are they great? Hee hee. There are like 5 of these. I haven't made the coffins yet. I'm going to make the coffins and send them to fucking Erin. Just because I think she'd love them. I love the crystal balls. I had so much fun. Hey, Tug. Yes, absolutely. Are you going to show them the movies or are you going to start with the cartoons? Which stickers, Mimi? Oh, are you talking the yeah, I gotta find where I hid those. I think they're in the stuff that we took to the event with us. And then I have these on posts and fish hooks. These are so pretty. But I know. These will be up on the site hopefully this weekend. These have a necklace that matches them. I'm so happy. Korma and Tika. Movies. All right. See, I'm ancient enough. I grew up with the cartoons, and I love them. My kids got introduced to the cartoons pretty quick. I gotta put these back. Oh well. At least I have the stuff to fix them handy. Speaking of hands. Have a good one, Tug. Here we go. I have so much fun making my earrings. So what was Megatron's true intention? He wants the cube all to himself. Kind of like certain people in modern day, he just wanted to acquire all the power for himself. Because he's greedy and selfish and yeah, he wanted the power to create his own army and, be the most powerful being in existence. People like that scare me. Oi, John. Doop, 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 doop. Alright, now, I gotta... Screw it. I will clean that stuff up later. I have coffee still. Yay. Oh, I'm hungry today. I am trying to find other people my age who remember the cartoon Mask. What the hell? Oh, it's the bed. Okay. You don't come say hi, Fuzz? I gotta clean up the mess first. Alright, fine. I will clean up the mess. And then you can come say hi. And get all your oohs and ahs from everybody thinking you're the cutest kitty in the world. Well, cheese and crackers. That didn't go right. No. I will never trust Megatron. Yes. Mask was an awesome cartoon. Oh, yes, that. Yes, sorry, I forgot. Derp. Mask was such an awesome cartoon. Yeah, no, I would not trust Megatron. Although, a lot of people said they never trust Magneto, and he's now one of the good guys. Actually, he was running the X-Men for a while. Which is interesting. Not who I would have ever imagined running the X-Men. I think it was a Saturday morning cartoon. I remember watching it. I just don't remember when I would watch it. But yeah, I loved the frickin' motorcycle that turned into a helicopter. And I know it aired around the same... I do not understand it, but Magneto has a magnetic personality. He just attracts people to his cause. Oh no, it's not the Mask, Mimi. It is just Mask. And it's basically this group of, vigilantes who have these really freaking cool-ass vehicles. Each of the vehicles is 2 vehicles in one. The one I remember the best, like I said, is the motorcycle that turns into a helicopter. There was a race car. There was the leader of the group, of course, drove a semi-truck. I cannot remember what it turned into. But if you're on YouTube and you look up 80s cartoon mask, you'll get the intro to it at least. But yeah. Somebody did a video of Gizmo Duck recently. Yeah, I would love to, but if we turn off the auto mods for a while, we're gonna get all the trolly shit that y'all don't want to see. I mean, it's bad enough that you mods have to see it. I don't want everybody to have to see it. The shit people will say to me. Yes, they're... So Optimus Prime and Uncle Ben are 2 of my favorite cartoon / superhero characters, because they both had the same general concept of great power equals great responsibility. Wield it well. And the elder generation wonders why so many of us in the Gen X, Zennial, Millennial population are, on the blue side. When if you take a look at 90% of our media, it was all about fighting the man, power to the people, rebellion is a good thing, etc., etc., etc. I mean, come on. How many of us grew up on things like Superman, Truth, Justice, and the American Way, Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. And then we have The Never-Ending Story, and we have The Goonies, and we have The Outsiders, and I mean and then fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame. I mean, all of them. Yeah, I can understand that too, Mimi. But that was our entertainment. And then, we were going to church and getting the "What Would Jesus Do" silicone bracelets and shit, and all of that, and we actually took those lessons to heart. And the whole care about your neighbor and help others and all of that, and now we're the ones being told that we're wrong. You beat these morals and these ethics into our heads. The entire time we were growing up, we took them to heart. And now that we are trying to live by those, now you're telling us that we're wrong? Please make that make sense. Great power comes great responsibility, and Optimus Prime didn't want the Unicron to have all the power. Yep. Good things come to those who wait, but only the leftovers from those who got there first. Yup. The early bird catches the worm, but, well, we all know what happens to the early bird. He becomes chicken dinner. Uh-oh. Yep, the early bird gets the worm, but the second mouse gets the cheese. What's up, Valerie? Weird. Plump. Okay. Guard Dog has assumed the position. When Optimus Prime said there is more than meets the eye, what did he mean by that? When you first look at the Transformers when they're in car form, would you even suspect they were not a car? I actually agree with you there, Valerie. Thank you, Andrea. That too. Andrea says, don't judge a book by its cover. So Valerie is saying that parents who force their kids to go to church and follow a specific religion are wrong. It's the child's choice whether they want to be religious or not. I firmly agree with you. I was baptized as an infant, right? And I hate that. Because I didn't have a choice. So my kids were given the choice. I don't ascribe to the Episcopal Church anymore. Have not been. Not sure. I don't do Christian church anymore. Have not since I was 18. But I did not want to deny my children that education. So if they wanted to go to church with a friend, great, you can do that. Matter of fact, one of my kids actually was part of the church children's choir. And I encouraged it. And when another child wanted to learn about, what was it? I want to say it was the Muslim faith. I'm like, cool, go talk to them. We were at like the county fair or something. And then my mom, one of the few good things she did when I was a kid, as I've said numerous times, my high school, you were either Roman Catholic, Russian, Mexican, or Mormon. I was none of the above. But I befriended the Mormon kids, and they asked if I could go to youth group with them. I was not allowed to go to church with them, either by their church's rules and by my parents, but they let me to go to youth group, which was cool. I got to learn about so much stuff there and so much of their religion. And I was very lucky. I did not take the class because of the teacher, but I was very, very lucky that my class had a world religions class. So I genuinely think that kids should be taught age-appropriate lessons about all of the different faiths from an early age. Because a well-educated person is in a better position to make choices. Have a good night, John. Go get some rest. Skylar, when Optimus Prime said there's more than meets the eye, basically he was saying don't judge a book by its cover. Don't go off of just appearances alone, because what looks like a good guy might not necessarily be. I mean, the fucking cop car, I'm sure you'll tell me his name, was a cop car, and you would think the cop cars were going to be Autobots, right? No, they were Decepticons. So, thank you, John. You are awesome. Oh, God, 4 hours of sleep. Go sleep. Oh, my gosh. Thank you, Andrea. Barricade. Skylar. Your question has been answered. That is enough. I had already stepped away from the church before I figured out my sexuality, but I don't disagree with you. Yeah. I am very lucky that my family was Episcopalian, because the Episcopal Church is one of the most accepting and progressive churches there are. Love it. Catholic light, it's great. But yeah, hell, we get it in here. because I have, my love sign, and during June I have my pride flag that I put up. We get it in here that we need to turn to Jesus or find Jesus because, we're going to hell for being queer. Whatever. But yeah, it did. And then the people who jump up and down and scream about how this is a Christian nation. And our forefathers that created our nation to be a Christian nation. My dear darling sweetheart, the very First Amendment is freedom of and from religion. So, that is something they don't understand. We were built to be able to have no religion if we chose. And it is said that there will not be an official national religion, which the fascist Cheeto tried to overthrow this time around, but that was a process. That was a product of their time, unfortunately. And when you know better, you do better. There are a lot of things from history that we cannot judge through today's morals and ethics. Because, well, morals and ethics have changed over the years. I mean, hell, my home state was originally a whites-only state. I belong to the Satanic Temple of Puget Sound, so yeah. That's why I just kind of looked at it and went, okay, I knew you guys would take care of it. I mean, hey, I don't know. I don't know. I didn't look at who got it, but that's okay. Oh, dear Lord. Okay. So, Valerie, I came to a realization on this. And I need to do you know what? So, first off, we need to consider the Kinsey scale. Everybody falls somewhere on the Kinsey scale. I was having a conversation with my brother. And he said that he was telling me about an incident that happened when he was a young teen. And he said that was my first male-on-male experience. And then a little bit later, he's like, yeah, well, I could have gone that way, but I chose this, and you see where I am now. And I'm like, oh my God, that makes so much sense. That's why everybody thinks it's a choice to be gay. Because a lot of people, again, refer to the Kinsey scale, a lot of people are some flavor of bi. And, yeah, as the man behind the curtain said, anyone who believes it's a choice chooses to conform. Whoops. Kinsey scale. The Kinsey scale 0 to 6 is a 7-point continuum developed in 1948 by Alfred Kinsey. Well, hello there to you too. To classify sexual orientation based on behavior and attraction rather than just identity. The scale suggests that sexual orientation can change over time. And it was designed in the 40s and 50s for research purposes, not as a self-test. 1 is predominantly heterosexual, 5 is predominantly homosexual. So, yeah. Even then, they figured out that, no, I have not, Andrea. Even then, they knew that not everybody was straight. Yeah, no, I have not emailed you yet, Andrea. I've got to cut. I have been crazy busy. Yes. Yes. Oh God, who was it? Oh God, who was it? Is that the one I'm thinking of? The video that had us both that had us both dying of laughter. I think it was last night. My boy parts or boy bit. Yeah. Oh no, it was well deserved. Basically. At least I'd finished swallowing at that point. People are wild, y'all. Anyway, brain is. I cannot catch the squirrels in the brain to get them to slow down enough for me to catch a coherent thought. Ain't she great, y'all? Could you imagine living with this? Oh my god. She's my sister for a reason. I love this woman. I am so blessed with you guys. I'm just gonna say that. I am so grateful. I have really sorry. I have the absolute best people. Love it. Oh, there it is. Go take your shower, Valerie. We're only 20 minutes away from ending, so your parents don't have to make you go to church. I mean, it's your decision to go to church if you want to. That is your choice. Skylar, yes and no. As a very young child, you really don't have a choice because your parents make most of your that is true. Yes, that is true. As I'm being reminded, the Bible does say to profess your faith privately and quietly, not to do it in public and as a spectacle, with the intention of drawing attention to how pious you are. He also braided a whip and went into the temple and, started flipping tables and whipping people. For disrespecting his father's temples. And that is the reason I want to call my brother. Anyway. Still want to call my brother. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I might have the munchkin do it. Yeah. I am an evil bitch. I am an evil witch. I swear I'm gonna do it. I really am. So, the incubator was a breast cancer survivor. Had her prosthetics. I'm going to get my hands on said prosthetics, and the next time somebody tells me to flash them my tits, I'm gonna pick up my mom's tit. 'Cause I like it. Freaked my poor ex-husband out. I've told this story a few times, but it's fucking hilarious. She had just gotten the damn things. So she called me to come down so she could show them to me. Why she was showing me her prosthetic boobs, I do not know, but she did. So, me being the warped, weird person that I am, my ex-husband was upstairs, and I'm like, hey, honey, come here for a minute. And he's like, what? And as he's walking down the stairs, I'm standing at the bottom of the stairs. I pick up one of the prosthetics and go, so who has bigger boobs, me or mom? He turned around halfway down the stairs, walked back up the stairs, out the door, did not come back in the house for 2 hours. So yeah, I want to get my hands on said prosthetic so that the next time somebody tells me to show them my tits on stream, I'll just pick up a boob and go, here, have my mom's. I am evil. Almost walked into the middle roommate on my way to the bathroom, blew a raspberry as a result of my startle. Yup. Erin. Oh, I love her. She has Her sense of humor is quite like mine. Snarky. Come on, brain. Normally I can babble at y'all about anything and everything for hours, and my brain is just like, probably. Oh, yay. If you're going to open the door, asking if anyone has any questions, but didn't specify what kind. Yep. Oh, let's see. What else have I been doing? I got stuff that what was I going to tell you guys about? I can't remember. I have candles. I have that. Nope. Excuse me. Tonight is podcast. We're doing Bitch and Witch. Tomorrow I have Neurospicy meetup. Can anyone give me money for more books? I need more books. I feel that one, Valerie. YouTube Music, you can listen to audiobooks. Spotify Premium, there are audiobooks. That's actually how I first listened to Knitting Cult Lady's book. Why? Well, yeah, that's what I said. I don't support Spotify right now, but it is an option. No, YouTube Music audiobooks don't cost money. Yes, Spotify Premium does. Hence why I made sure to say it was Spotify Premium. What's up, Luthen? But there are multiple places where you can find audiobooks. Also, your local library, you can check out ebooks and audiobooks. Apple Music, I'll bet you can find audiobooks on as well. I love audiobooks because I can pop earbuds in when I'm walking the doggos and listen to a book while I'm walking them. Aw, bummer, Luthen. Hey, Irish. There we go. Libby is awesome. I use Libby a lot. What are you doing up this early in the morning or this late at night, Irish? I have a notice from Libby on my phone right now because I checked out a book and I haven't read it yet, and I think it's due to go back in like a day. Boom, boom, boom. Expiring soon. Renew. Okay. So we will go ahead and put a new hold on that one. I'll get it back when the person who's waiting after me. But yeah, and Libby is awesome. I know that look, Andrea. Boop, boop, boop. But yeah, Libby is awesome. Audible, I'm iffy about right now because again, it's Amazon and I'm trying not to support Amazon. So Kindle, Kindle, Audible, Goodreads unfortunately is also attached to Amazon, and damn it, I love Goodreads. So I use my local library's app, and then YouTube Music. I am trying to find other places to access audiobooks because I am a broke-ass witch. Oh, hell. I don't want to count my library right now. I have a rattan trunk, basically, in the kitchen right now. It's being used for Fuzzbutt to get up onto his counter. That is full of a bunch of my books. And then there are six or nine of the big ass chewy boxes that have my books in them. And then there's that bookshelf, 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves, that bookshelf, yeah. And that's just the physical books that I have, and then these. That's not counting the digital books that I have collected over the years. Yeah. So yeah. It's yep. We have to pull the curtain over the window and the door, because otherwise all three of them will see a shadow move and it's kind of amusing sometimes. Oh, get going, Valerie. We will talk again soon. I gotta. Okay. Oh, bio break. I will be right back. Oh, die. Yeah, coffee weren't running through me. I am so sorry, y'all. He's just such a Hi. Sorry, Sergeant. I am. I was at football and had to shower and stuff. Yeah. Sarge Borks. Sarge is our most talkative kiddo. Yes, I'm talking about you, Bubber. Luna is the least talkative. But when she does bark, it startles the hell out of all of us because she... What? Yep. That is true. Okay, I take it back. I stand corrected. Sergeant barks the most, but the Took Monster is the most talkative. Oh my God, does he talk? What the fuck? God, does he talk? He's so adorable, though. I'm talking about him. Hey, you. You want to come say hi? You want to come here? All right. Here you go. Oh, we can see your tail. All right. Yip. Come here. Yeah. Oh, look at that good boy. Look at that happy baby. Hi, baby boy. Whoops. You got a few more minutes, all right? I promise we'll go up soon. I know. You're so good and so patient. And there's your brother. Stealing your bed. Hi, sweetheart. Andrea says, how are you, Tookers? Are you good? Are you happy? Yeah. Okay. Oh, yes, I love you too. All right. You want to come say hi, Sarge? Okay, down you go. Down you go. Good boy. He's trying not to. I'm sorry. Yes, he is. He says, Mom, when the weather gets warmer, we can start taking longer walks again. We have missed our long walkies. Because when it's not so dark and it's not so cold. Yeah. Hi, baby. You little thief. Sergeant stole his bed. Although, paybacks are hell because Sarge has a little bed in the living room. It's basically a kennel mat, and he lays on it. He makes himself fit. Why is your forehead so warm, Bubber? Don't mind me. I'm sitting here loving the puppy. We went for a full-on poopy walk this morning. We did the short loop. Said hi to Rodrigo. Hey, Pink, how are you doing? Oh, she corrected the name. It's -M1Y. All right, I'm going to scoot. Oh, you still got it. He has strings from one of his ropey toys in his toenail. And then... not liking how far back his toenail is cracked. I feel like a bad mom. Oof. Leave Kitty alone, Took Monster. Oh, Kitty's not in the window. Okay. He's watching puppy TV. So how is everybody out there? I'm just kind of chilling out here. Got to clean my nails now that I've scratched the dog because I've got dog yuck under my nails. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So. Oh Lord. Oh God. So I follow Charlotte Dobre because she's just a kick in the ass to watch. That's adorable. So she had a story that it was an Am I the Asshole because she's a Reddit person. She had a story, Am I the Asshole or Am I the Jerk for how I reacted or for choosing my dog over my boyfriend. So basically the story is boyfriend is allergic to dogs. And they decided they were going to move in together. She has a dog. Can't remember what breed it is. But this dog is her child. And they have made accommodations. The dog doesn't go upstairs. The dog hangs around. Stays downstairs. Doesn't have access to certain areas. So the boyfriend, has dog-free zones. He went to his doctor and got some better medication, antihistamines and stuff. But he's still very antsy about living with a dog. He's just kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop for the allergic reaction, right? So he lets her know that a couple of friends are coming over for dinner. And she's fine with it because, they've been friends for a while. And as they're getting dinner ready and everything, the other girl is like, oh, your dog is such a sweetheart. He's going to make such a wonderful addition to our lives. And girlfriend's like, say, what now? Her boyfriend had behind her back, without saying a damn word to her, told his friends that they could have her dog. And she got pissed, told him to get the fuck out, or no, never mind, I'm packing a bag for me and the dog, we're going to my parents. No. And she's like, did I overreact? Because before I left, I told him that my dog was more important than he was. And I'm thinking, no, honey, you did not overreact. Might have been able to word it a little bit better, but that dog predates your relationship with him. And you have done everything. I mean, she was bathing the dog every day, vacuuming 3-4 times a week, just doing everything she could to keep him from having a reaction. And yeah, exactly, Andrea. It's just a learning experience. Yes, you care about him, but come on, Brain, keep going. It kind of ties in with a friend of mine. We're talking about a mutual friend whose current partner is just throwing red flags everywhere. And we were discussing our own dating histories and, our lines in the sand and boundaries. And we agree on one thing, that for both of us, any future partners have to share our political, ethical, and moral alignments. Because neither one of us wants to ever date a conservative man again, right? Being berated for 2 hours because I voted for Al Gore and therefore nullified his vote kind of turned me off. But yeah. No. So for me, if anything were to happen, definitely have to. Have you not been listening to what we're talking about, babe? Okay. I would not either. Nope. My animals are my kids. Nope. At this point, were something to happen to us and we no longer work together, I would not be able to enter into any kind of relationship with someone who didn't like animals. Nope. Nope. I'm not giving up my furry children. I don't think he was paying attention because I could hear him clicky clacking on the keys. Yeah. But I'm just that is true. That's why you had to set up an actual channel with your Google accounts. Yep. Yes. Well, he didn't have a brain fart. He's doing something else and was not listening to what we were talking about. And I'm pointing at you and talking with my hands. At least I'm on camera. Oh. Oh! Sorry. I know. My brain is not braining right now, and I still have. I'm watching the seconds tick by. I am having a day, my friends. It's just fantabulous. Oh, I think I am going to open my window before we do podcast. But oh goodness, I think I'm going to open the window before we do podcast. I'm going to fix my script. Yep, air out the house. I might smoke cleanse in here just because it feels funky. Oh, yeah, it is. Cool. But I gotta walk the doggos. So, I am going to say... Oh, the Out of the Box song came to mind. So long, farewell to you, my friends. Tonight's topic is, God damn it, we were just talking about it and I cannot for the life of me remember now. I am doing so wonderful. Yeah, remembering who we are. Remembering who we are when the world forgets its own goddamn mind. Racism, spectacle, and other stuff. And cultural bullshit, yes. What brand is your washing machine? Dye. At least for the shirt I'm currently wearing. This one's a hand wash. So, with that, my darlings, my dear, my beautiful witchlings, quick little reminder before we go, even though most of you know this, I love you guys to bits, but before we go, a quick little reminder that this space does exist solely, oh whoops, I goofed. Anyway, before we completely quick reminder before we go, this space exists solely because of our witchling community. There are no corporate sponsors here yet, just shared magic, mutual care, and a whole bunch of love. You guys are the absolute best. Do the whole like, share, subscribe thing. Hit the bell so you're notified. Join our channel if you have the financial wherewithal, and please tell a friend about us. You get the tism, and you get the tism, and you get the tism. We all have the tism. All right, you guys. Okay. Let's all go out there and do the thing. Spread love, spread joy, spread kindness. There's enough darkness and hate out there right now. Please let each of us choose to be steady lights of love and hope for those finding their way through that darkness. And then make sure you tell your loved ones in all their forms, 2 legs, 4 legs, wings, fur, scales, paws, or claws, that they mean the absolute world to you. Time moves so much faster than any of us want to acknowledge, and those last chances to say goodbye are not guaranteed. And if you take only one thing away from everything we do here every day, please let it be that you always, always, always remember this. You are loved, you are wanted, you are needed, and you do have a reason for being here, even if you don't know what it is yet. I didn't figure mine out until I was 45. I will see you guys all very, very, very soon. I love you to bits. You are the absolute best part of my day. Namaste, witchlings.